Students, today we are going to continue the haloalkanes and haloarenes unit. So before my previous video, we learned the definition of haloalkanes and haloarenes, some of the examples, and also the classification. Today we are going to learn methods of preparation of haloalkanes and haloarenes. The methods are: first one is from alcohols, second one from hydrocarbons. In that hydrocarbons, there are four different methods are there: from by free radical halogenation, by electrophilic substitution, Sandmeyer's reaction from alkenes. This Sandmeyer reactions is very important for class 12 students. Alkenes. And fourth one is from alkenes. In that alkenes, there again bifurcation, addition of hydrogen halides and addition of halogens. These are the simple methods used to preparation for the haloalkanes and haloarenes. Let's start my video. Let we discuss from one by one the methods of preparation of haloalkanes and haloarenes. First one is from alcohols. Here, hydroxyl group of an alcohol is replaced by halogen on reaction with concentrated halogen acids. What are those concentrated halogen acids, students? Halogen acids are phosphorus halides. Phosphorus halides means PX3, PX5, P2X4. These are the phosphorus halides or thionyl chloride. Thionyl chloride means SOCl is thionyl chloride. Through this only we have to prepare the haloalkanes. Yes, I will show you through the reaction. 3R means alkanes we taken and alcohol plus PX3. Halogen acids means phosphorus halides and reacted they form alkyl halide with liberation of H3PO3. Here we will use X because halogens. X is equal to chlorine or bromine. OH, hydroxyl group of an alcohol which is replaced by an halogen. Halogens means X. Okay, replaces, yes, we observe will be replaced. Then they form alkyl halides. I will show you through another one reaction similar to this method. Yes, this is the similar reaction above this method. Next we prepare the primary alcohols and secondary and tertiary alcohols. The primary and secondary alcohols, primary and secondary alcohols will be treated with the halogens. It will be required the catalyst, that is ZnCl2, and then form the alkyl halides. Yes, it is right. Yeah, alkyl halide. They form alkyl halide. But in the tertiary alcohols, it will be simply shaking with the concentrated HCl at room temperature. Then only they form the product. Yes, I will show you through the reactions. Yes, this is primary alcohol and less reactive. This is tertiary alcohol, more reactive. It is more reactive. This is less reactive. Okay, primary alcohol is less reactive, though thus the catalyst will be required to form a alkyl halide. Means in the formation of the product it required the ZnCl2, and then the liberate the H2O, or they form H2O as a product. And here this is more reactive. Tertiary alcohol is more reactive and easily replace of a chlorine will be occur. It will not require or thus it will not require the catalyst. Only at the room temperature and concentrated HCl the reaction will be proceed. Yes, next we will react with the thionyl chloride. Yes, from this method also we will prepare the alkyl halides RCl plus SO2 and HCl. In this type we can easily prepare the alkyl halides from the alcohols. Next we move on to the from hydrocarbons. Yes, next method is from hydrocarbons. In that hydrocarbons, first one is by free radical halogenation. Here the free radical chlorination or bromination of alkanes gives a complex mixture, that is mono and polyhaloalkanes, those which are difficult to separate as a pure compounds, because the polyhaloalkanes is either di or tri or tetra, which are difficult to separate as pure form. Though thus also we can prepare the haloalkanes through the free radical halogenation. Here we use the chlorine in the presence of UV light or heat. Then the reaction will be moving on. Here the product will be formed as monohaloalkanes and polyhaloalkanes. Though they are yield of these two products will be very low. Yield of product will be very low. Then we move on the electrophilic substitution. Yes, let me discuss by electrophilic substitution. Here aryl chlorides and bromides can be prepared. Here aryl chlorides and aryl bromides can be prepared by the electrophilic substitution of the arenes in the presence of chlorine, bromine, and also we use the catalyst like iron or iron plus 3 chloride. I will show you through the reaction. Here catalyst will be used either iron or iron plus 3 chloride will be used. This iron plus 3 chloride will be this is Lewis acid. Yes, I will show you through the reaction. Yes, these two reactions are the examples for electrophilic substitution. Here this is aryl chlorides or bromides will be prepared, you know. Yes, this is prepared by the substitutions of the arene. Arene will be treated with the halogens like chlorine and bromine. Only chlorine and bromine only. This arene will be treated with the chlorine and bromine, either Cl or bromine only. These two elements only reacted with the arenes. This arenes will be treated with the chlorine or bromine in the presence of catalyst called iron or iron plus 3 chloride, and they form the aryl chlorides or bromides. Here meta-halotoluene will be formed, para-halotoluene will be formed. Meta position halotoluene will be formed and para-halotoluene will be formed. This is the major product. Here the ortho and the para isomers can be easily separated due to the large difference in the melting points, because in the electrophilic substitution method the meta and para positions are only reacted, means highly reactive. Though thus the halogens, the chlorine and the bromine will be substituted to this position only. Yes, next we move on to the Sandmeyer's reaction, but here we will observe fluorocompounds are not prepared by this method due to high reactivity of fluorine. Here the fluorine will be highly reactive element. Fluorine is highly reactive element, so that fluorine compounds are not prepared through this method. Yes, we move on to the next method, that is called Sandmeyer's this reaction. This is very important to the students of class 12. Here the primary aromatic amine will be dissolved in the cold aqueous mineral, and then which is treated with the sodium nitrate. Then it form the salt, diazonium salt. Okay, this freshly prepared diazonium salt will be treated with the cuprous chloride or cuprous bromide. Then they form the diazonium group by only replacing of the chlorine and the bromine only, because in the before I will tell you, fluorine is the more reactive element which is not easily replaced, and they not form the Sandmeyer's reaction. Here, yes, I will show you through the general reaction. Here the aromatic amine, NH2 amine, will be treated with the NaNO2, that is sodium nitrate, in the room temperature 273 to 278 Kelvin. Then here replacement will be occurs. Here N2 plus and X minus, X means halogen, that is only either chlorine or bromine. Then it will be treated with the cuprous chloride or cuprous bromide. Then they form the diazonium salt. This is diazonium salt, this is the diazonium group. The sum of the reactions will be included in the Sandmeyer's reaction. I will separately show you how the bromine will be reacted, how the chlorine will be reacted, and also iodine. Yes, let's start. Here primary aromatic amine will be taking, then here HBr will be taken, HBr, HCl and hydrogen iodide, then treated with the room temperature and sodium nitrate. Then they form the diazonium salt. Then cuprous bromide will be included, here cuprous chloride will be included. Then they form the diazonium salt in the both the cases here. But in the case of iodine case, here it will not require the presence of cuprous halide. It will not require the cuprous halide, that is a cuprous chloride, cuprous bromide. Likewise, it will not be required. It is directly shaking with the potassium iodide, then only form the diazonium salt. Okay, these are the simple methods will be involved in the Sandmeyer's reaction, but here the using of the Ki means potassium iodide will be important. In the bromide and the chloride cases, cuprous bromide and cuprous chloride will be used, but here potassium iodide will be used. This is the exceptional cases and very important, and fluoride will not be used because it is more reactive element. We have to remember these type of the reactions because it's exceptional cases reactions. We can't use the above method and regularly. Here we use the potassium iodide directly, and then they formed. Start the next method of preparation from the alkenes. Here first one is addition of hydrogen halides. Here the general form how we prepare the alkyl halide. We take the alkene and then treat it with the hydrogen halides. Yes, hydrogen halides. Either we use the chlorine, bromine or iodine, then form the alkyl halides. This is the general formula. General formation of alkyl halides. Here the alkene will be used, then hydrogen halides, then here formation of alkyl halides. Here the alkene will be treated with the hydrogen halide. Here hydrogen is positive and halogens will be negative, and this will be move on to this carbon and double bond will be shifted. Then this halogen will become this side and hydrogen will be taking place, and they satisfied the carbon valency. Carbon valency is 4, right? Yes, it is satisfied 1 2 3 4. Here 1 2 3 4 likewise. Then we do it the same for the bromine and chlorine also. Here alkene will be there and treated with the hydrogen halides, then they form the alkyl halides, alkyl bromide, alkyl chloride, alkyl iodide. For the iodide, same we do it for iodide also. Yes, next method, addition of the halogens. This is one of the method from the alkenes. Here the alkenes will be treated with the bromine in the presence of the carbon tetrachloride. Then there is a formation of reddish brown color of bromine constituent. Then that means dibromide will be formed. Here this will be observed in the laboratory. The addition of the bromine in the carbon tetrachloride to an alkene, this resulting in the discharge of the reddish brown color. Then the formation of the dibromide will be formed. This is the one of the method to prove the detection of double bond in a molecule. Means through this method we have to clear that there is a double bond in the molecule before we use the starting product, right? This starting product has the double bond. Through this method only, this is the only one method to prove the molecule has a double bond. This is the very important. Molecule has double bond. Through this method we prove molecule has double bond. Detection of double bond in a molecule. Yes, this is the general method, and here alkene will be used and Br2 means bromine will be used, carbon tetrachloride, and then there is a vicinal dibromide will be formed. In class 11, I think in the IUPAC nomenclature one chapter is there. Here in that chapter you are already learning about vicinal and germinal compounds. What does it mean, vicinal and germinal? Halogen atoms are present on the adjacent carbon atom. What does it mean, adjacent? This is called as adjacent. The molecules will be present, halogen atoms present on the adjacent carbon atom, that is called as vicinal dibromide. If the halogen atoms are present on the same carbon atom, that is called as germinal compounds. Okay, and I will show you an example for this germinal compound CH3 CHCl2. This is a germinal dihalide. Simply we write small g, germinal dihalide. Okay, adjacent means CH2 Cl, or in this method also. This is called as germinal and vicinal compounds. These are the two methods of from the alkenes we prepare the haloalkanes. Okay, these are the preparations of the haloalkanes and haloarenes. Yes, lastly we have to revise once again. First method is from alcohols. From the alcohols we prepared through the using of the halogen acids, that is phosphorus halides, thionyl chlorides. Through that only we prepare the haloalkanes and haloalkanes. And next method is from the hydrocarbons. From the hydrocarbons we observe the four methods. What are those? By free radical halogenation, by electrophilic substitution, Sand-Meyers reaction. From alkenes, in that alkenes addition of hydrogen halides, and next one is addition of halogens. In the free radical halogenation, halochlorination or halobromination we have to done through this method, and through the electrophilic substitution the meta and para substituted haloalkanes will be formed, and through the Sand-Meyers reaction diazonium salt will be formed by the using of the sodium nitrate, and then diazonium salt will be formed. Then that one will be treated with the cuprous bromide or cuprous chloride. In that method only one of the exceptional cases Ki will be exceptional cases. Here the diazonium salt with iodide will be formed through directly will be treated with a Ki, shake with a Ki only. We does not use the cuprous halides. Okay, that one only exceptional cases. In the from the alkenes we have to prepare by the two methods, hydrogen halides or through the addition of the halides. Here addition of the halogens we done, there is a reddish brown color of bromine will be formed, and this method will be detection of the molecule has the double bond. And next one is from the alkenes we have to prepare the alkyl halides. These are the methods, easy methods, and simple way I will discuss the whole method of preparation. So please do it, all the problems, all similar problems in the NCERT textbooks of class 12 in part 2. Okay students, please do some of the examples on this type of reactions. Thank you for watching.